What's up, guys? This is Nate from Famous Racing Customs. It is Tuesday, I don't know, November something. It's like 2 days before Thanksgiving. I'm bad with dates. I really don't know what day it is until I look at my phone, which I'm using to make the video. So, didn't think about looking at the phone because I wasn't sure I was going to do the date on it, but for whatever reason I just blurted out it's Tuesday, November, blah, whatever. So, this will be video number 2 on my 67 Suburban, and just show you guys a little bit of the truck. So here we go. There it sits. It's got a 68 front clip, I'm assuming, because it's been hit in the front more than once. If you look at my bumper, it's got a pretty nasty dent right there, and goes all the way up into the hood. I don't know what the hell the person hit, but whatever they did a good job. They mangled my grill. You know, like I said, it's a project. I took this on a trade for a 2000 S10 that I'd blown up the 4-cylinder, and I was working on a 350 out of a 92 Chevy full-size truck, and just never got there with it. So, motor's pretty nasty, dirty. It's got crap all inside of it. I need to, if I decide to keep it and not sell it, either getting a new engine or just rebuild this one. Not sure how I want to rebuild this. It's a 283. It's got the shitty Rochester carburetor, which I knew better, but it needed to be touched up, well, gone through, and I know better with these Rochester 4Jets that you just can't rebuild them. They're not good carburetors in my opinion. I never liked them on the Chevys. But as going through, it had already been rebuilt once, which is probably what the problem with the carburetor in the first place. And I only know that because whoever rebuilt it obviously didn't know that there was a screw on the bottom underneath this plate here that ties in the bottom, the bowl and the throttle body together, because there was right in here just a big nasty gap that wouldn't go down, so I had to throw some gasket maker on it, on top of my gasket, just so it wouldn't leak any air. Yeah, like I said, I think the guy got a better deal than I did, but you know, whatever. You know, redneck wiring, other than the new wires, which I just threw in real quick. The big red wire was to power my distributor. The green one's for attack that I ended up putting in. But I like it because it's got the ram horn style exhaust manifolds, and I really want to put some, like, not chrome, but some smooth ram horn headers on it. And the other thing is, you know, it's got the awesome script Chevrolet embossed in the valve cover there. So, you know, the body mounts are rotted out, so it need to put new body mounts in it. The truck actually sits about an inch lower, which is about what a new body mount would be. Inside, that was a color I was thinking about painting it. I was just testing it out. That's why it's on the dashboard on the inside, because again, if I keep it, the whole inside's getting redone. I mean, for an Illinois truck, it's not too bad with the rust. I mean, I do have, you know, some surface rust, and you know, I have one really bad patch on the driver's side. Somebody had already gone through and cut out the stock faceplate and tried to Bondo in the plastic, you know, for that you get like from Walmart or a stereo shop. The Pioneer CD player is mine. It's an old one, but you know, it still works. It's got a 4-speed manual with a super low gear. It's got that wicked, I call it the Billy Club e-brake. You know, I got, you know, it came with just those gauges, which is the speedometer, the fuel gauge, and then it has a generator and an oil pressure light with the blinkers. Like I said, it's a 67, so I think somebody converted it over to an alternator and took the generator out of it. I went ahead and put in an oil pressure gauge. It has a water temperature and a voltmeter gauge, which, you know, so, the SPID, which is the service parts identification card, shows that it came with, it's the 127 wheelbase. It's got the heavy duty rear springs, and the deluxe heater, which there's your deluxe heater. So, and then it says it came with an auxiliary seat, but as you can see, the auxiliary seat is gone out of it. So, but vinyl's still kind of nice on it. I'm thinking about just keeping the vinyl in it. I'm gonna actually take, because it came with 2 different sets of door panels. It came with these ones, which I believe came out of like a 69 or 70, 71. I don't know. It's got this all embossed in it, and it's vinyl too with this crappy fake wood trim. You know, so that's gonna go. The rear ones, which I like better, and you probably can't see it in the video, but they're all metal. So I can sand them down, repaint them, you know, do some custom stuff to it. It's also got the same type of material up front as it all the way in the back, so I'll probably just sheet metal the whole back if I keep it. Had to fix that door because it wouldn't stay shut. The latch, there was a spring missing in the latch, so I fixed that. You know, I had a trailer brake, you know, all that stuff, so, you know, I got a mess of wiring to go through. But the thing that I liked the most about this truck was this part right here. It has a door on this side, but it doesn't have a rear door on the other side, which people think is a rare option. It's not. All the from 67 to 72, they came with 3 doors. And then the back doors, there was an option to have, like mine, where I have the barn doors, or it had a tailgate and a lift gate. So another plan of mine was right, however far the lift, I was going to get a lift gate. However far the lift gate came down, I was just going to cut the door off, which is going to be above my door handle, integrate my latch, and then it was going to be a lift gate and then the two half of a barn doors. So you know, it's pretty much all stock other than on the engine. You know, these trucks didn't come with an HEI distributor or a 4-barrel carburetor. They came with a regular points distributor and a 2-barrel carb. So it's a C20. So I have the 8-lug rims, and these are actually 16.5-inch rims, which are impossible to find tires for. And it needs new tires. So, but yeah, I mean, it's impossible. I'm gonna have to get a new set of rims because you can't find 16.5-inch tires anymore. And no tire shop will stretch 16-inch tires over a 16.5-inch rim. Not that I want to do that anyway, even if it were an option. I just don't think that's very safe going down the road. So, back here's the worst of the rust, and as you can see, it ate through the body, and somebody actually tried bondoing it. Just bondoing the hole, and they just did such a horrible job. So I'm gonna have to replace this whole panel right here. You know, but as I said before, as you can see, here's the front door. Okay, so here's the seam for the front door, and if you follow it around to where the seam for the back door is supposed to be, which is right here, there's nothing. It's smooth all the way down. So, and like I said, that's not an option. All the trucks came that way. If you see one with a 4-door, that means somebody did it themselves, or they took it to a shop to have it done. So, I mean, if any of you guys are out there and you happen to find one of these things, they're super awesome. The carryalls themselves are pretty rare, just because mainly like out here, like the school district used to use them way back when to carry lunches. So that's what they mainly, and they, you know, farm use, you know, whatever. So they got pretty banged up or beat up and just drove to hell, and more than likely just went and got crushed. There's not a whole lot of these ones that I've seen. I mean, you're better off getting like a 67 to 72 pickup more than you would one of these. And I've done my research. One of these 67, and it was just the body with no front clip and no chassis. So literally just the body, no interior. It was the body and the doors with the glass. Sold for $750 online. So I think for $1,000 I'm kind of giving it away, because I mean, it's got everything still. So, and then on to my daily driver, which is my daily sitter now, because it doesn't go anywhere. And please excuse the mess, guys. It's a little dirty inside. I haven't really had much time to do anything with this truck, so let me get my key here. But it's a 94 Dakota Sport. 110,000 miles. I put in this altmeter here, but this one goes to for to monitor my amp. So it tells me how much my amp's actually drawing out of my system. So because I already have a voltmeter there. But I am going to be putting in a transmission temp and a fuel air ratio gauge in there, because it runs kind of funny sometimes. But it's 94, it's got 110, it's a V6 four-wheel drive. When I got it, it's got a 22-gallon tank in it, and when I was getting it, you can drive about right at 300 miles to a tank, and you were putting 18 gallons in it. So me not liking that gas mileage there. Excuse me, guys, I'm putting the hood up. Went ahead and put an open element air filter on it, so it gets more airflow. I need to replace the filter in it though. I picked this up at Walmart for like, I think 30 bucks. And then I picked up, because I didn't like the wing nut, I picked up this one and picked up this for like 10. So but also what I did, because this doesn't fit below my cable stock, I went ahead and bought a 1-inch throttle body spacer, which between that and the throttle body spacer, the open elements filter, and I had to put a new muffler on the truck, and I don't think the muffler really helped anything, but I got a Flowmaster underneath of it, yeah, Flowmaster 40 series, and I got about an extra 100 miles to a tank just doing that. As it goes, I mean, I got a pretty bad rust issue on just the rockers on the cab. Other than that, it's pretty well rust free. But I will need to be replacing all of that, which I have to actually replace the whole rocker all the way down, because on one side, and I don't think it's that side. No, it's not this side. It's on the passenger side, but passenger side it goes all the way up. Thinking about doing a 2-inch body lift, a 2-inch suspension lift, and putting 33s underneath of it for the tires, which it should, if I did my math correctly, should give me a total of 6 inches all the way up. And then I want to get some new flares. I'll probably be going to Bushwhacker for that. But man, it's super sweet. I love it. You know, don't much care for this. So since I'm going to be replacing and most likely just skimming the body for the little tiny dents and repainting the whole truck, I went ahead and just took these off the cab so far. You know, because this just makes the truck look kind of goofy, and I don't, you know, this is just one more thing I don't like about it. So, my girlfriend's dad, he has got a 2000, it's like, I don't know, it's like a 2000 or 99 or between 99 and 2001 Dodge Ram, and he wants to put a newer Cummins turbo diesel underneath the hood, and it's got a 318 in it. But he already told me once he gets all the stuff and he yanks out that 318 that I can have it. So, and of course along with that comes all, you know, because he's switching it from gasoline to diesel. He's got to change out all the electronics, so I'll have the 318 with all the newer electronics, so I'll actually be switching this over to OBD2. That way it's easy for me to diagnose it when something goes wrong. So, where am I at? 20 minutes. Wow, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. So, oh, and I locked the garage. I was going to give you guys a preview of the Harley project that's up for sale too. So, but I guess not. So, I guess I'll leave that one for next time. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, I know I got some comments. Dave Parker and Redneck 7381, you guys are both right. A 354 bolt main would be pretty nice. If I keep it, I'm going big block, because that's not going to be a daily driver. That's going to be my weekend, not really weekend warrior, because there's not really much racing out here, but you know, it's going to be something that when me, the girlfriend, and the kid want to go out and have a nice time and just be flashy, well, I guess flashy, whatever. I'm gonna go kind of old school hot rod. No modern electronics. It's, you know, I don't like these modern electronic vehicles. They're too hard to work on anymore. You know, so but I'm gonna stick to old school hot rod. So but I want a big block. I almost had my hands had my hands on a 427 for it. The guy lived like 10 miles away, and he didn't know, I don't think he really knew what he had, because he was selling it for $400, or there was something majorly wrong with it, but still, I mean, fix it, whatever it costs, you know, it'd been $400, would have been way worth it. So, but I ended up not getting it. So, but yeah, anyways, like I said, guys, you can comment, rate, and subscribe if you want to. I'm not, you know, I'm just showing off a little bit more on the Suburban more than anything, because, you know, I just got a glimpse of the outside. So, but if I do keep it, I'll do update videos. Let's see, 22 minutes. Alright, so I'll do update videos. Probably in the summertime is when me and my girlfriend's dad are going to start tearing down the engine. Just to see if it's worth rebuilding, or if I should go ahead and buy a new one. Like I said, I want a big block, so I mean, even a 454 would be awesome underneath there. And you can do a little bit with a 454. So, but yeah, this is Nate from Famous Racing Customs, signing off.